Winter in France is famous for its romantic beauty and charming landscapes. But when the weather turns harsh, it can also turn into a serious disaster. While winter brings with it the sight of pure white snow, soft light, and exciting winter sports, it can also have disastrous consequences for people's daily lives. When the cold winter turns into a disaster, snowstorms, hail, and extremely low temperatures not only disrupt lives but also cause serious damage to infrastructure and the economy. Over the years, winters in France have seen heavy snowstorms and severe hail. One of the more memorable was the winter of 2009-2010, when back-to-back snowstorms had devastating effects. Paris and many other major cities were blanketed in heavy snow, making public and road transport difficult. Trains and buses were delayed or canceled, causing major disruption to travel and daily life. Many areas were cut off, reducing access to essential services. In January 2018, France experienced another major snowstorm, with hail and extremely low temperatures. The storm brought down trees and damaged infrastructure, causing power and water outages in many areas. The combination of snow and hail made roads extremely slippery, causing traffic accidents and disrupting daily activities. When winter turns into a disaster, the impact on people's daily lives is obvious. Streets are covered in snow, and furniture in homes is not spared from the destruction of frozen water. Many families face power outages and heating systems that fail, making life difficult. Extremely low temperatures can cause serious health problems, from colds to heat stroke. Businesses and establishments were also hit hard by the harsh winter. Many eateries, restaurants, and hotels were forced to close due to floodwaters or infrastructure problems. The tourism industry, which relies on winter weather, was also hit as ski resorts were forced to suspend operations or reduce capacity. As the harsh winter season turns into a disaster, both communities and authorities have to quickly deploy emergency measures to deal with the situation. Continuous snowstorms cover roads and residential areas in thick snow, blocking traffic and paralyzing daily activities. In this situation, rescue teams and road workers work tirelessly, despite the harsh weather conditions, to ensure that people can move safely. They use specialized machinery and vehicles such as snowplows, bulldozers, and large trucks to clear the roads, removing tons of snow in a short period of time. This work requires not only quick thinking, but also a spirit of resilience in the face of hardship and fatigue. Meanwhile, major roads are prioritized to clear the way for emergency vehicles, ambulances, and convoys delivering essential supplies to the heavily affected areas. In addition, charities and government agencies are working together to support those most affected. Temporary care centers are being set up in hotspots to provide safe shelter, food, water, and other necessities to those who are isolated or homeless. Areas without electricity or running water are also being supported with emergency supplies. Not only the authorities, but also the local community played an important role in overcoming the consequences of the disaster. People worked together to clean up the affected areas, supporting each other in ensuring safety and maintaining daily activities. The spirit of solidarity and kindness was clearly demonstrated during these difficult days, when the whole community together overcame the challenges posed by the harsh winter. Train and bus routes were disrupted, while many flights were delayed or canceled, causing major disruption to travel and daily life. People who rely on public transport to get to work, school, or access essential services faced uncertainty and hardship. Many areas were completely cut off by heavy snow, making access to health services, food, and water extremely difficult. In this context, delays and disruptions not only caused stress for people, but also had a profound impact on economic and social activities in the affected areas. In the worst-hit areas, daily life has come to a standstill. Shops, restaurants, and businesses have been closed, leaving people unable to go out to shop or access basic services. Schools have also been forced to close, with students having to miss school for extended periods, affecting their learning. Families living in isolated areas have had to rely on existing supplies or support from the community and charities, as access to basic necessities has become extremely difficult. In this situation, charities and governments have set up temporary care centers, providing shelter, food, water, and essential items to those stranded in the snow. This support has been a lifeline for many, helping them get through the cold and dangerous days. At the same time, medical teams were also mobilized to ensure the health of those facing difficulties in the harsh weather, especially the elderly, children, and those with underlying medical conditions. Winter in France, despite its harsh challenges and serious consequences, still shines with a unique beauty that cannot be found anywhere else. White snow covers the roads, buildings, and parks, turning everything into a sparkling fairy tale. The government has had to spend a lot of money to fix the damage caused by the cold weather, from maintaining infrastructure to supporting people to overcome difficulties. However, in that freezing cold, France still brings a magical winter, attracting the attention of millions of tourists from all over the world. The development of winter tourism is not only a source of pride for France, but also a significant contribution to the national economy. Tourism services such as hotels, restaurants, and tours have created more jobs and increased income for local people. Winter, with all its hardships and beauty, has become an indispensable part of French life and economy, helping the country not only overcome challenges but also thrive. Besides the romance and charm of winter in France, a winter covered with soft white snow, light gray sky, and a characteristic chilly air also brings an indescribable sense of peace. The small streets of Paris become quieter. The lights from the cafe windows reflect on the newly fallen snow, creating a picturesque scene. The Christmas markets are brightly lit with colorful stalls, becoming an ideal destination for both locals and tourists. The aroma of toasted bread and hot chocolate spreads in the air, making everyone want to stop and enjoy. Winter in France, with all its different aspects, from harsh to beautiful, is not just a time of year, but also a part of the life, culture, and economy of this country. The balance between the challenges and the beauty of winter creates a comprehensive picture, reflecting the resilient and creative spirit of the French people in conquering nature and turning it into an advantage, contributing to the prosperous development of the country.